Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Alright, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aisha binti Shamsul, and I've just recently graduated from IIM, Islamic International University of Malaysia, and I was born here in Kelang. So it has to be no problem for me to commute to near areas such as Kelang Valley or in KL. So my background of study is English literature, and I believe my line of work has to be something along with the communication. During my study, I will often fill my weekends with doing university campaign, I will join society and clubs, or I will fill with any part-time jobs. Must to say that I have to fill with doing something that has to do with communication, and I am very much active in all of those.
May I know your strength?
I believe I have strong ability in communication, especially when it comes to any form of communication. And I would say I have dealt with a lot of experience. I have become a host, I have become an MC, I have become a facilitator, a teacher, and a lot of other things that has to manage communication in different forms. So I believe my speech is my strength. I can done it persuasive. I can done it in challenging. I can done it motivating. Alright. So I believe my speech is the best quality of me, and I also believe that I am highly adaptable. I was able to adapt quickly. Let it be sudden time, let it be rushing time. I was able to react quickly to the time and the challenge given. Last but not least, I find myself quite detail oriented. I was very scrutinized for a lot of things, and mainly because I wanted to be perfect.
Do you have any weaknesses?
Weaknesses. I have a weaknesses where I cannot say no. Alright. Basically, I'm a yes, but to some extension, I was quite a workaholic previously, which means if I have this task, I will say yes. I have a job, I will say yes. I have a request, I will say yes, and yes, and yes. So there is a lot of yes. So eventually, what is it that I just want to gain as much opportunity that I can have. But however, oftentimes I need to learn to set prioritize to things which is prioritizing to me, which is important is to me. So I cannot have all at once. For example, if I have a job and currently if I in a job and currently having a lot of tasks, I will manage my tasks by according to the time given, and maybe will not say yes to all the requests and will share it to the other departments of colleagues.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself, to be frank, I want to be an executive. Where I start right now, I might start as an associate. But in 5 years, I would want to be executive. Executive where I will able to manage the internal communication. I will able to manage the stakeholders management, and eventually, I believe that in any company that I work, we have to give back. So after 5 years, I would want to give back to the company at work. I want to give back to the society. So as much as I have improved for myself, I want to improve the others. So I want to lead, and I would want to be a mentor. I would want to train the new personnel so they can be as good as the company talents could be.
What do you know about our company?
Your company has a well reputation. It was highly established, and recently I have seen a campaign, a project of yours that was very successful. Your project basically has introduced a new innovation, and it has as involved multiple countries, which is I believe it has been successful to the international market. So there is this stable professionalism values in your company, and its strong core on communications as a means or tool to success. And I believe in my objective, your company will be able for me to improve my talents, to improve my ability.
Are you good at dealing with change?
I am good with dealing with change. I believe change will make you sudden For example, there is sudden rushing situation, sudden request clients, sudden meetings, and all that unexpected situations, and we have to be ready. And I am a person that highly adaptable, and I was ready. And instead, in my previous experience, where there is a client request and within the time span, we actually would not make it. But with my determination, and I believe I can do it, however, we have successfully managed it.
Do you work well under pressure?
I have working under pressure in quite a lot of time, so I believe I am comfortable with pressure. I believe the only key to manage the pressure is we need to remain calm. For first of all, if something happens challenge, or maybe there is a change of time, there is a change of venue, there is sudden rushing happening, I will first ready my mental and I would prioritize the urgency of it. Alright, I would make a mental note in my mind which is the most prioritized, which is the most urgency. How can I evaluate it? How can I make it becomes good? So I would say focus on the solution, not focus on the problem itself, but focus on solving the problem solution so we can stay focused.
How do you make important decisions?
I make important decisions. The first way is I will gather as much information as I know. There is a famous saying that know your enemy. So basically, we need to know much, a lot, even better. So when we know something, when we know the topic, the concept very much high, we have information of it, we have knowledge of it, we know how to handle it. When we get information, when we understand it, we can solve the problem itself and then can consider what happened. For example, will it affect my image or will it affect my team's, my company's image, alright? So there are all of the things I have to consider along the ways with making decisions.